Yeah, I had a complete and total other plan for today's show, but I was looking at our Telegram and people were kind of freaking out. So I thought it would be a good time to talk about, how to handle bear markets, how to kind of cope. Now, understand, I don't think that we're in a bear market. I think we're just in a pullback. But I just need to address how to kind of cope with bear sessions, okay, or bear periods in the market, okay. So, as always, we will cue my guy Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Black View Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer? Best believe it was blacker investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on our blacker investing. Best believe it was blacker investing. Dark horse in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that blacker investing. Best believe it was blacker investing.
What's up? What's up, crypto warriors? What is up, Black Roo crew? Let me go ahead and share the screen here. So let's just do a little, I don't want to call it therapy because I'm not a therapist, nor am I a financial advisor. Let's just sit down and rap for a little bit. All right. Let's just sit on let's just have a little coffee, just chill out. Okay. Um, let's take a look at this market. We had a pullback, right? And I was looking in our Telegram. Definitely come on over to our Telegram where we're more than 200 and something members strong. People in the Telegram are kind of like freaking out, like, okay, this is savage. This pullback is pretty insane. We just had the whole thing where Trump kind of carried us up all the way to like 70, and now we're back under 58. And that can sometimes happen with Bitcoin, in that you have this little sharp moves and then it all pulls back down. Like usually when it moves up that fast, it comes back down that fast. That's usually what happens. What's up, Underdog Research, Metaverse and Metaverse community? I was just about to go live. Wait, I'm tuning in. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. I definitely have to catch her live after this. Philip Shaw, what's up? Philip Shaw, what's up? Past 7 days at 8 to 10 a.m. BTC. Big dumps. Okay, nice information there, brother. But yeah, I just wanna show you guys something and just tell you a couple stories. Let's just get into it. You guys know I like to go on International Passport's channel. Shout out to International Passport. Let me see if I can bring up his channel right quick. But there's a passport bro. His name is Theo Waff. He comes on with International Passport. And Theo Waff is he actually was an early Bitcoin guy. I can't remember what he said he bought it at. I think it was like either $20 or $100 back when he when it was over in Japan. He bought it like real in it being Bitcoin. He bought it really early, right? And he kind of just sold. I think he said he sold like something like let me find this channel first. He sold something like 47 Bitcoins at around at the 70K mark. But he bought them in like a 7-Eleven in Japan. Imagine if we could have ever bought Bitcoin at a 7-Eleven here in America, right? But he bought them at something like $20 a piece or $100 a piece, and he just sold when it went towards 70. So I'm just imagining the stones it took to buy it at like something like $20 and to hold through all of this, bro. Through all of that. Well, let's look at the beat chart. So you can see Bitcoin, of course, trended up, but bro literally held through all of this stuff, right? Now, I don't remember anyone else saying this, but I was the first person that I know to tell you guys Bitcoin is going to pass its all-time high before the halving, and that's what happened. It did do that. Now here after the halving, I was thinking that we go, within like 4 months after the halving, the halving was around, I think it's somewhere around May. So I guess we're not quite at the 4 month mark, but I was thinking in like about 4 to 5 months, we start seeing Bitcoin go up here to past 70, 80. So technically we're not past that time yet. But the bottom line is, like, things never go the way they went the previous market. I remember being kind of back here when Bitcoin went up to 17K. People thought it was going to continue there. And, all you got in these yellow lines are halving periods, right? All you got there was one big pop top, and it kind of just sold off until the next halving. And then this halving, everybody expected this. They expected what happened last halving. And then really only about where is that? October, maybe around here. October, September. So October, September area, that's halved in May. So around 6 or 7 months later. No, my math's off. I'm sorry. So around 5 months around 5 months later, if it halved in May, around September, October area, it started really, really, literally lifting off. Okay. So everybody from this halving period expected that to happen coming up in this halving. Like, okay, we're not going to reach our all-time high until sometime, 2 years after the halving. And we actually reached the all-time high before the halving. Okay. So it never quite goes the same way within halving cycles. And I thoroughly expected that. And I saw this W here in the market. This is what I was expecting it not to go the same way it went last market. So again, basically, why am I showing you this? To let you know there's cycles, right? And this is just a bear time right now. Not that we're entering a bearish cycle, but this is just a pullback, a little bearish time right now. And if you really feel confident in the things that you're holding, like for instance, the passport bro Theo that I was telling you guys about, or bro, like he said he steadily sold off some a little bitty pieces of his Bitcoin, but up here he kind of towards the 70 he sold off like 47 of them. But think about having to have the stones to hold to do that. So if you guys are like me and you really, really believe in Bitcoin, you believe that Bitcoin's going to go past 100K, then these are the times where you got to kind of hold and reorganize your portfolio. And, I'm just not financial advice. What I'm doing with my own portfolio, these are the times where if you had money on the side, you would reinvest or reorganize or put money towards, and I know everybody tells you everything is time sensitive in the market. In some senses it is, right? But these are the red times in which you would want to buy. And if you've held, you now buy at this red time, and you sell on you sell when things are up here with the RSI at overbought. Okay. we're pretty close to getting to oversold. A lot of things have, and this is something I probably need to incorporate in and have like a weekly chart watch on certain things. Jasmine here is pretty healthy in that it's kind of pulling back to the 200 EMA, which is that red line. There are tons of projects like the one we've been following, which is SWFT, that have broken that 200 EMA line. So has Near, another project we've recently started following, broken that 200 line. I think Casper has as well. So very few projects like a Jasmine have just returned back to that 200 line. I think same thing for Bitcoin. Yep. So it's breaking a little bit past this 200 line, which is not the best. If it goes past, let's borrow this. If it goes too much fast, well, I guess if it goes past 55, we'd probably be in some trouble here. But you can see here we're close to oversold on the RSI here. So I don't think we have too much further to fall. But again, shout out to Underdog Research. One of the things he always says is research over hype. And if we're to believe all the research that we put into these coins and we understand how cycles work, this is just a low point in a cycle, and that, hey, it's going to bounce back and we're going to be happier at the higher point in the cycle. The thing to just recognize, and which I personally got by this low point as well, the thing to recognize is when we get back to a high point, like in October 23, in March 24, in July 19th, these are the times actually where you want to sell, when you're at high RSI. That's when you want to sell. But if you have a long-term vision of the project, of the coin, there are probably tons of Bitcoiners, even though Theo might have sold here, there are tons of Bitcoiners that are holding for six-figure Bitcoin. Or in the case of a coin like, what were we talking about? Okay, Near, maybe guys are holding for $10 Near. And there's a lot of reason to believe that because it was there before, right? So we've already reached uncharted territory in Bitcoin. And there's many companies that are scooping up Bitcoin now, both institutions, companies like Tesla, companies like Square or the Block now. There's no reason to not believe that Bitcoin doesn't reach six figures. Excuse me. I was just talking to someone yesterday about XLR, right? Which also fell through the 200 mark, the 200 EMA mark. Where in any type of, like say the stock market, right? Can you get something like an XLR or a SWFT that we know SWFT is held by Draper and No Capital, that Rothschild, right? Where in the stock market can you get something that's at 50 cents a coin or share, right? That has deals with Microsoft, MasterCard, Onyx by JP Morgan, and Deutsche Bank. Where can you find that? And if you want some compound interest, you can stake it certain places, right? Where are you getting that? So you're basically getting a stock, quote unquote, that would pay dividends daily and has deals with some of the biggest companies in the world for 50 cents a share. Crazy talk when you think about it. Let's see who you got in the chat today. Okay, let's look at a couple coins here. Oh, wow. Thank you, Underdog Research Channel, supporting the research provided on the platform. I provide a super chat and super thanks for the work done here through the platform. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Mad thanks. Mad thanks. You said this is terrible. It's over, bro. Let's look at some of these comments. What's up, Miklo? This is terrible, bro. It's over. Everything else ain't Bitcoin, though. What's up, Chick Focus Digital? Read the truth. Never sell Bitcoin. 100% Jake Fever. They just trading. No trader wins, or they would post their trades live all the time. Every trader's a loser. I see what you. I see what you mean by that, Jake Fever. 100%. 100%. Render struggle season. Ando, what's Casper doing? What's up, Nerd Up Inc. Marv? So let's take a look at some chart basics though. But again, like most people are not going to pay attention to these chart things because of the hype of research or the hype of what you're hearing about the coins. Like how many times in this kind of area did we hear, oh, record Bitcoin is being bought by the ETFs, record Bitcoin, this, that, and the other thing, right? But if you just look at the day chart, RSI wise, you might have wanted to sell at July 23rd, right? You might have wanted to sell here. And this was like, I believe this is like kind of the tippy top of the whole Trump, after the whole Trump failed thing, right? It went up to 70, right? And if you're going to be this person that just sells at every high RSI point, like, this is something you could do. That's not me. I'm more holding for a long-term type of deal, but it is something, it is a game, quote unquote, that you could play where you sold here at every high RSI point and you bought at every low point. So let's just kind of play that game out. You could have sold here June 8th, got back in. I mean, this is I don't prefer to play this game because I have more of a long-term horizon on it, but you could play this game with the RSIs and sell at the high point, sell at the high point, buy at the low point, sell at the high point. Like you could play that game. I'm here for a more of a long-term type of deal, like kind of how I described the past as how I described the Passport Bro, right? How he bought Bitcoin like a long time ago and now sold here at 70, some point at 70, right? How much have you researched? And I'm trying to stay away from the word believe, right? Because if you do research, you don't need belief in this particular area. No shade on anyone who believes anything, right? But if you've done the research, right, you will know what Bitcoin is, how rare it is, how all of these different institutions are holding it. If you've done the research on SWIFT, you will know what it is. If you've done the research on XLR, you will know what it is. If you've done the research on Jasmine, you will know what it is, right? If you've done the research on these things, you'll know what they are, and you will have a different time horizon, right? One of the things I like to point out, shout out to Richard Fain, that he mentioned about NVIDIA, right, is, let's see if we can bring up NVIDIA stock. Or I know we can bring it up. Let me bring it up right quick. It's going to be kind of weird what it looks like, because I mean, it's got a couple different stock splits. So what we're looking at is not actually what the chart would kind of look like if you bought in 2004. So in 2004, he basically said, so if you bought NVIDIA in 2004, you put $1,000 in, somewhere around here, you would have had 750K. Okay. And understand, through this period from like 2004, it's gone through like 6 stock splits and all of that. So you would have had to been patient enough to hold through all these stock splits and wait all the way up to here, right? So that's 20 years. That's basically 20 years time, right? If you held from 2004 all the way to here, your $1,000 would have been 750K. So what type of time horizon, like for instance, what type of time horizon do you have on some of these coins? Like we just said here, Mr. Theo bought Bitcoin at like $20. Like I don't even know where the heck that would be in the chart. Like that would have to be like somewhere over 2013, something like that. I don't think that's even listed on our chart, or $100. So it'd be somewhere in 2013. So here it is, about 10 years later. He's cashing out for $1 million plus, right? So what's your time frame? What's your time horizon on an XLR? What's your time horizon on the Jasmine? What's your time horizon on Swift? Right? I can understand if you're a person that wants to buy like meme coins and just wants to try to do the fast money type of thing. Okay. That's fine. But we're doing the research over here. The whole meme coinery thing is not necessarily for us, but we got people in the Telegram that do it. Shout out to the Telegram. We have a whole meme coin section. So if you want to do the whole DGen thing, we do have an area that'll support you for right now. The whole Telegram is free to come in for right now. That may change sometime in the future, but for now it's free to come into. So just again, what's your time horizon, right? Yeah, so I have a big time horizon for some of these coins. I feel like it's only like I know I did I sold some XLR up here at like 2 something. I did take half my profits. But here I bought back in at around 60 cents. And we're at 50 cents, but my time horizon is definitely gonna be someplace way over like $5, $6, $7, $10 mark or more, right? If we look at something like, let's go to DOT, which has some of the same tokenomics as it. Not saying necessarily that it can turn into a DOT, but look at where DOT went. $50, bro, right? Like this realistically, I could see an XLR maybe at $50, right? Realistically, I could see something like that, or something like an LCX, right? Something that's only like a 1 billion or less coins, right? Or even something like a quant, right? And shout out to Maximus Crypto. Max has been showing how, Draper and others have been buying up quant, right? Here we are at, this is not the best quant chart. Okay, I guess that's the best I'm going to get here. Let's go to the day. So here we are. Quant's just been languishing, right? Highest it got was in 2022, where it was at $220 something. Here, pretty much the lowest quant you've seen since July of 2022. So in literally 2 years, this is the lowest quant you ever seen. Let's see. Let me get a line out, put that line there. So yeah, pretty much the lowest quant you've seen in 2 years. Like, you don't want to redistribute your portfolio, or let me speak in terms of myself. Seems like a great opportunity to redistribute some things into quant, the lowest quant that you've seen in a while, right? I think the same thing goes for near. Well, not exactly for near. It's a little different for each coin, but this is the lowest near since like March, right? So you're getting a second opportunity of at a lot of these coins that at the beginning of the year you missed them. Well, it's coming back. If you guys have been watching the channel and listening to all the things I was saying around October of last year, like, you still should be up on some things like an LCX, like a Caspa. I know somebody mentioned that in the channel on the chat. We were in this at like about 3 to 4 cents, right? So if you were watching the channel, you should still be really up on your Caspa. Let's go. Which is now available on Uphold. 16 cents. So you should still be way up on your Caspa. It's so crazy with Caspa. Like, look at this chart, bro. There are not too many charts that look like this, other than like Bitcoin, right? Like, there's not too many charts that look like Caspa right now. Yeah, this is crazy, bro. This is just insane. And we've been on here and we connected Tim Draper to Caspa too. So this is the nuttiest chart. Like, they've never dropped below the 200 EMA ever. Like, just nothing but uptrend. And this is like not even the oldest chart. Let's see if I can find an older one. KuCoin or Bybit. But yeah, this is just an insane chart. I can't find because this was lower than like a cent on some blockchain. I can't remember, or on some but anyways, I think you get it. Let's see, maybe Gate.io. Yeah, Gate.io. Nope, not even this one. But anyways, not too many charts that look like Caspa. It's just beautiful. Let's see. Like if we go back to our Bitcoin chart, and we go to the week, not too many times where it slipped under the 200 EMA. Like that's insane. Let's see if we can compare that to like a stock chart, just for funsies. What about a Tesla? Is that? Nope. Tesla hasn't really slipped under the 200 EMA too many times, and it's which just lets you know, like, people know about certain things, like certain stocks and who's running them, and like, but we always get this story that, oh, Tesla, it just made it. You know what I mean? Like it just made it. Whereas you can look at Jasmine, which I think Jasmine has a bright future, but if you look at its chart history, it definitely isn't as good as that. Nor is Caspas, if you look at its chart history, which it's at a great low right now. Never before has been this low in its history. It's another one you could stake. But yeah, well, looking at chart history, Caspa looks amazing. And I definitely still have a big chunk of Caspa, and your boy is not selling that for a while. Probably, I'm at least $1 Caspa or more before I think about selling it. I sold some at like, I think I sold half at like 12 cents, 13 cents or something around there. But the other half of that bag I'm not selling until it's like at least $1. Insanity, bro. Insanity. What's up, Jerome Jones? What's up, Kareem Thomas? Blast. I haven't actually done much research on Blast. Let's see. What's up, E? Thank you for the $5 super chat, bro. Appreciate it. Let me see. Lemon character moving his head left to right with his mouth wide open and hearts in his eyes. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go. Bots run all the trades now, 100%. You got to use ChatGPT to make API answer for you. Okay. E was good. I'm at work. Gonna have to watch the first 17 minutes, but it's all good. It's all good, E. No problem, brother. No problem at all. It was obvious with the futures gap at 58K, it was gonna come all the way back. Now it'll go back to 63 to 64 to close the gap up. Jake dropping some knowledge on us. If you have $50 to spare, what would you guys invest in right now in this climate? Can't give financial advice at all, but if someone wants to give a suggestion, go right ahead. I've just been talking about a couple different coins here, so take that as you will. Timing the market is better than timing the market, 100%. As much as you can, right? As much as you can. But if you've been in the market, you've been through a couple different bull runs, right? Like this is like kind of officially my second, but I've been following since, like I said, since the 17 bull run. You just know that there's going to be ups and downs. You just expect it. And if you trained your mind, and I've trained my mind to be like, okay, pullbacks, they don't bother me, especially like I've been preparing since like in 22. So I'm still up on a lot of different coins, So it's not a bother for me. But like I said, um, I was like listening about the market, like I knew of Bitcoin back here, but technically this is like my second because I didn't really start trading heavy till like 20, around 20, or 2020. Um, so yeah, you don't get as you know, if you've been through a couple bull runs, you just don't get as shaken by these things. You just don't. Um, and again, if you trust in your research, you have a different time horizon. You're knowing and you're thinking you're having a different time horizon. Just like you just heard Jake Fever, right? He's like, don't sell Bitcoin ever. You know what I mean? And I can understand someone who feels like that. For him, Theo selling at 70 might not have been the best idea, right? But Theo cashed out at 70, okay? Right? But he's been holding since $20 or $100. So, you know what I mean? Like, just you have to trust in your research, right? And I feel really good in the research that I've done on different coins. We just mentioned some XLR, right? Swift, right? I feel highly confident in the research that I've done on these coins. Swift chart don't look that bad either. It's over the okay, it just dipped under the if you look at it on a week, it doesn't look that bad actually. Um it just dipped under the 50 EMA. Um in a day, I mean that's kind of hard to see, right? That it's under the 200 EMA on the day chart. But really, when you look at all of these kind of cryptocurrencies, they're babies. They're babies. They only have like this 2 years of chart data. Whereas when we look at Bitcoin, right, we got all of this, right? And if you look at different stocks like Nvidia, where we got like 22 years of history, right? Like I have to move to the week chart to actually even see all of Bitcoin, right? A lot of these projects we in are just babies. Just imagine when we have 10 years of chart data or 6 years or 8 years of chart data on something like Swift or something like Caspa, where these projects can actually be, right? If they continue this type of trend. If this is Bitcoin's trend. Imagine if Caspa continues this meteoric trend that it's on right now, and it's only been like a year. Just crazy stuff to think about, right? But we can see it if we take this instead of having this day type of view. Well, with Caspa, the chart is like bananas. It's insane. But if we go to things like Swift or Near, where they've kind of broken through the 200 EMA, having this little, like, even just a day view is too small. But when you kind of come out here to a week, it's like a little baby tadpole. It's not even, it's not even it's not even, it's not, it has a lot of room to grow, put it that way. I'm getting a little tongue twisted here. But on these projects, it's barely been 2 years with some of these. Like imagine, just imagine 6 years out where we are with LCX, knowing the people, the forum and stuff like that, the people that these dudes are around, the people that these dudes are backed by, just bringing up this chart, right? And we just saw this with XLR, right? Where, let me bring it back here. Onyx by JP Morgan, MasterCard, Microsoft, Deutsche Bank. Back here, Onyx by JP Morgan going into Algorand. We know Algorand, right? But it goes into other things, I guess, like Algorand, right? But we saw it going through XLR, right? And different ecosystems. If we go back, that XLR is involved with. Where are we? Here. Let's go. Where is it? Ecosystem? I just clicked on ecosystem. Okay, I guess this is ecosystem. Huh. Oh no. Okay, it's coming up. Slowly. So JP Morgan's Onyx can rebalance large portfolios of any tokenized assets on any chain. Uniswap uses XLR for critical. Nope. Critical upgrades and multi-chain expansion. Metamask, Microsoft, Uniswap. Projects that are using it: Circle for real-world assets. Immutable for game and NFT stuff. DYDX, which is like a math problem. That's like a derivative. That's literally the function for a derivative, I believe. That's creative way of them putting that. It's the leading DeFi protocol developer for advanced trading. So you know that all of this stuff is using XLR, and you can work with any asset on any chain because XLR is like a key piece of interoperability, right? Why wouldn't you want? Okay, here's Blast, because I know somebody was talking about Blast. I haven't done much research on Blast before, but I know it is supported by XLR. It's also supported by Metapath. When you look at the SWFT, as far as getting back to SWFT, Metapath has a Blast. Blast is one of the networks that it connects to. I think that's pretty interesting when you think about Metapath and SWFT being connected to Tim Draper, that they decided to connect Blast as well. And I've already told you guys how XLR is connected to Draper. So it's very interesting. We can kind of assume Blast might be connected to Draper since two things connected to him, XLR and Metapath, have Blast supported selected chains. So that might be something for us to pay attention to. But you can see here these different platforms. Pretty amazing. And we can probably, since we know he's like highly connected with XLR, we can probably assume that all of these different platforms are connected to him. And if you know about all of these different logos and some of the meaning behind some of these logos, there's just a little bit more going on, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so pretty cool, right? And remember how we went to Node Capital. Node Capital is the second firm that owns SWFT. Pressed the wrong thing. One second. So we're looking at Node Capital. Again, I showed you how this Rothschild happens to be on the board of Node Capital. Pretty interesting, guys. Like, I have a show plan for you guys going through some stuff, and the kind of families that are connected to Tim Draper, it's just insane when you look at it, like Rothschilds and Bushes, and it's insane. We'll go over that in another show, but it's insane when you see all the families that are connected to this guy. It's like, okay, well, okay, that's like everybody in the world, pretty much. Like all of the special bloodlines, if you will, if you know where I'm going with that. If you know, you know, right? It's like, wow, okay, Tim. All right, Draper, you guys are hanging with those guys, huh? All right. Makes me feel real confident about about the project that I'm investing in. Makes me feel real good about that. But you can see here, XLR is one of Node Capital's investments as well. One of the things not listed here is Swift, but we know if we go to Swift's website that it is one of their investments as well. So makes you really think, right? XLR and Swift being two projects that these guys are invested in, how important they may be, right? Oh man, we're freezing up here. We're freezing up. Okay, I think we're back. All right, so I don't know if we lost me for a second here. Okay. My time horizon is forever with BTC, but selling all alts this cycle will rebuy before the next cycle 100%. Jake Fever. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm there with you. I'm there with you. Certain things like Bitcoin and Ethereum, you may want to hold on to forever, right? Not financial advice or anything like that. But I showed you guys on here when we were looking at all these like foreign ETPs, right, and ETFs, how, like, if we can just bring this back up, how all these foreign companies are holding Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, right? Just holding them. And this is a project, ETC Group. This is held somewhere in like Germany or Switzerland or something like that, right? And we looked in here and we saw that these guys are holding mainly Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Ripple, right? Like, what is that? I mean, what does that tell you? They're converting their fiat. This happens to be euros. They're converting their fiat into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Ripple, and they're holding for the long term. Okay. Since its inception, it's up 70%. I don't know when this was conceived. Probably sometime in like 2023, 22, something like that. But it's crazy to see because here in America, we only get the news of the ETPs that are in, we only get the news about the BlackRock ETFs and all of this other stuff. But be sure to check out my show on this because it'll show you there are already companies around the world, like 21 Shares and all of this, who are taking Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Ripple off the market right now. They're hoarding it right now and putting it into these assets, right? Into these ETFs, ETCs, and ETPs, right? So it's already happening that the companies, big time VCs are just holding on to these projects, to Bitcoin. and Solana and Ethereum. So time horizon maybe want to be forever when it comes to a certain amount of Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ripple, and Solana, right? Kuma, the Telegram should be in the description. The Telegram should be in the description. Again, guys, not financial advisors. Anything said here is like, a suggestion. We're not financial survivors. We're not financial advisors at all. Okay. So any choice you make is your own. But this is something that he's saying. Again, he's not a financial advisor. 50 to invest right now. This is what he's saying. Turbo on crypto.com or Swift for the utility. Now for high risk, high reward, Falcon X is a DEX, but the devs do what they say they're going to do. It's going to be great potential. These are things that he's saying. This is not this is not financial advice. Going down. What do you think of the blast? So we got into blast a little bit. Jerome Jones, what's up, Ruel? What's going on? I'm matching all super chats, dollar per dollar for the 30 seconds. Once this message is read, matching 50% for super chats 1 minute after this post is read. Let's go, Underdog Research Channel. Appreciate you, brother. So much appreciate you, brother. Come and hit me up on Telegram. I'm in Rue and Underdog Crypto's research Telegram. We are a great community in these spaces, 100%. Definitely recommend check out both Telegrams because Underdog Research Channel drops a whole bunch of knowledge in his channel, in his Telegram channel, and a whole bunch of knowledge dropped in ours as well. Both communities are a great place to be if you guys are, wanting to talk crypto. And I know because, not a lot of people, not everybody is up on crypto, but we are in our communities, right? GE New Jersey's in the house. What's up, Lay Square? What's the Telegram? It should be a link in the description. Let me know if you guys, if the link is not shown in the description. It should be. It should be, though. Let me see here. I can just go to videos here. I'll fish out the link here in one of these descriptions. But I'm pretty sure, I thought I put it in the description. Could be wrong there. If anybody let me know that, because we only have a couple minutes left. It doesn't look like this internet's moving fastest right now. Pretty sure I put it in the description, though. Give me a second. I'll post it in the show as well. Okay, here we go. Copy. Okay, it should be there now. And Underdog Research Channel is going to go live right after to discuss 6 cryptos to look at obtaining during the crash. So right afterwards, definitely go right over and hear that, guys. Get some game on that. And we're going to try to keep it under an hour. So literally go directly over to UDC's channel. Let me bring that up. Okay, yes, it's me. We don't I hate how they do this, bro. So annoying. I'll put the link in the chat, guys, so you can go over there right after this. Okay. Yeah, we'll drop the link in the chat here. It's about time for us to do another offline, bro. And shout out to Maximus Crypto. Time for me to go back on his show too. Let's see. Drop it in the chat. Okay. So that's all I have for you guys today. Just a little bit of like relax, trust in your research. It's all good. This is a pullback. You know what I mean? Like, generally after a halving, we do have a bullish period. We haven't really even gotten that yet, right? We haven't gotten that yet. And generally, after a presidential election, you do see the market go bullish. So the election is happening in November, right? So I really do expect the market to kind of pump up here towards the end of the year and the beginning of January. I told you guys in the beginning of January, we have the central banks buying crypto. I've been over this tons to people. We'll show it again here. Thought I was still sharing. I don't know how that happened. Entire screen. So we've been over this news before, right? But central banks to set standards on crypto exposure, the BIS, Bank of International Settlement, the standard. So they're saying this in a tricky manner, but basically the way to read it would be January 1st, 2025. Crypto reserves will be allowed for central banks up to 2%, okay, starting January 1st, 2025. 2%. They will be able to spend 2% on crypto reserves. So central banks will be buying come January 1st, 2025. So that's going to be bananas. Okay, so we're going to have those things coming up. Presidential election, and the central banks having the ability to spend 2% of their reserves on cryptocurrency. Okay, so just FYI. Here we go. Matching E super chat. Appreciate you, brother. What's up, Brand G? Appreciate you coming through, brother. What's up, DJ Got Bands? What's up, Real Mad Ash? Didn't get the notification for the live. You know what? That happens sometimes, bro. That happens sometimes. I was just telling Moonfeather, I never get notifications for her live. I always come through and watch her channel. Shout out to Moonfeather. Shout out to Kalel Keanu, Occult Multi. I always mess up his channel's name, bro. I don't know why. I think it's Occult Multiverse University. Man, one of these days I'm gonna get it right. 100% time for an offline. Let me know when you're with it. 100%, bro. Appreciate it. All right, so see you guys later. Definitely go over to Underdog Research Channel and check out the 6 coins that he's gonna mention.